Hey guys, this is Team Spice OTK coming at you with a deck video. This is a deck I would have run at Danvers, Mass. Sadly, I couldn't play. I didn't pre-reg. They cut it off at 202 when it was supposed to be like 400 people who were supposed to be able to play. But like they cut off like 202. Ended up extending it to 210 because of like 150 pre-regs. There were only 96 the night before, so I'm guessing they took a lot of pre-regs that day. At their store or something for some odd reason. I know somebody who said he did get a pre-reg. He had a pre-reg while I was standing in line, which is kind of stupid. I got there at like 9:15. Me and my friends, we were standing in line, and we didn't get a spot. Kind of sucks. But at the same time, it was the TO's first tournament. He's a really nice guy, but it was his first tournament. It was a little bit rough at first. Tournament started a little bit late, but he had a lot of patience. He had a judge walk out on him because the judge didn't like the way it was going at first. There was some guy who didn't get in, so he called the fire department to try to get shut down for capacity issues. And the judge, for some odd reason, the TO actually allowed him to stay. He talked to him, the assistant judge talked to him, and yeah, he allowed him to stay. The guy stayed on the floor with his friends, which is kind of odd. I would have told him to get out the second he called I found that he called the fire department, but it just shows the TO was a really nice guy. So yeah, I did play a Winamax. I lost final round, kind of stinks. I'll explain it more at the end. So let's get to the deck video, I guess. Okay, YouTube. So this is the deck. It is 42 cards. It is 12 monsters, 16 spells, and 14 traps. So let's get started. 3 bears, 3 gorilla. I like its back row removal, and I like the fact that it can attack a defense position monster and get you your Tenki or your Tensu. So it makes it a little bit more versatile when you don't have the cards you need for bear and stuff. 1 dragon, 2 rabbit, 3 gene warp. Pretty much, of course, a basic monster. Of course, most people run 2 gorilla. I just like it at 3, and especially since it needs the 12 monsters, and I didn't really think any of the monsters should be in the main deck at that point. 3 Tenki, 2 Tensu, 2 Duality, 3 MST, 3 Lance. 3 Lance is very good. It definitely helps considering the fact that you have 1,600 attackers as your main monsters. 1 Mind Control, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Reborn. I do not run a Heavy Storm. I don't really like Heavy too much. I really don't like Heavy Storm much at all in this kind of deck, in Firefist deck. So I do side it though, just in case I do need it. 2 Tensen, 1 Tenken, 2 Compulse, 2 Bottomless, 1 Deep Prison, 1 Horn. Not a lot of people run Horn. I run Horn at 1 just because I like its ability to get you a +1 with the draws. Solemn Brigade, 1 Dark Bribe, sneaks under the radar, not a lot of people see it. Really good card, stops a lot of cards that would hurt you. 1 Mirror Force, again, sneaks under the radar. People don't expect it when you're only running it at 1, because they don't see it game 1 or 2. All of a sudden you pull it at game 3 and they're like, crap, you run that card. 4 Extra Deck, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 2 Abyss Dwellers, which is really good against this format, 1 Maelstrom, 1 Roach, because this deck loses to Dragon without it. This is Chaos Dragons. We don't get beaters that are bigger than theirs for the most part, so this thing helps a lot. Diamond Direwolf, 1 Kochi, 1 Photon Papal Operative, 2 Tiger King, 1 Utopia, 1 Gem Knight. I don't really like Gem Knight too much. I only mained it because it was the last second edition that I needed a 15th card, and the kid had it on him, so I was like, sure, just give me the Gem Knight. I would actually want to run the number 50 Black Ship of Corn, The only thing was when I ordered them from Barnes and Nobles, me and my partner, we ordered them and they sent them to us twice, both times without cards. So me and him were kind of pissed. We ended up calling them again and they were like, "Yeah, I'll get you a new one." Hopefully, third time's the charm. And a Stardust Dragon. I'm going to show you guys the side. Usually I don't. When I'm on DN, I might show you guys like a base side, like what kind of stuff like might be good against the format, but you might not side yourself, stuff like that. But for now, I'm going to show you this side that I was going to run yesterday. 2 Night Beam, 1 Heavy. I was thinking about running a second Tenken because the Tenken hurts a lot of decks. They can't like go after your monsters with monster or card effects if you have the Tenken set. But at the same time, I need the heavy-sided because if I face a deck that's going to be setting a lot of cards, it's kind of better off to just have the heavy bag. 2 D-Fishers, really good against the format. It's pretty much a base side and anything that doesn't get by it. Wow, Alchemy. I in because if you're facing the mirror match, they send off something for their bear or their gorilla effect. You can then pop their bear or their gorilla. And I think that ability is very good, which is why I made sure I sided 1 in case I saw a mirror match. Again, of course, I didn't really play. I played in the Winnemat, didn't face a mirror match, didn't really need it. 2 Breakthrough Skills. It's pretty much a Veiler when it's set and just Tiger King when it's in your graveyard. It's definitely seeing a lot more play now. The card has gone up from like $6 to like 8 to 10, from like 8 to 10 for an Ultra. Went from like 8 to like 12 to 15 on an OP. 2 Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell. I thought I was going to see spells when I was around. I only saw 1 or 2. I don't think I really saw anybody at the top tables with it. I might have saw 1. I think I saw 1. There might have been 1, maybe 2 in the top 32. It wasn't really a big spellbook day, but just in case I did see them. 1 Revolution is over. It stops so many things, the Dark Holes, of course. Stops the Torrentials when you have 1 monster, they have 1 monster. The Scrap Dragon plays, it stops. Diamond Direwolf, it usually stops, depending on if they're doing the Rabbit play out of windups. So I know I saw Yugioh doing that a lot yesterday. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. Of course, it stops the Dark Monsters effects, just for the like Dark World matchups, stuff like that. And 2 Fiendish Chains, pretty basic. Working those Fiendish Chains in the main deck. So the deck is pretty consistent. I was drawing really good hands, really good for the games until like game 3 of the final round of that Winnemat. Kind of upset me that when it mattered most, it wasn't consistent at that time. I was kind of upset, but I couldn't really be upset with it because it was consistent for the rest of the day. The 7 games before that, because I went through 3 in the first round. I went to game 3 against some mill deck. I just couldn't beat him the first game because of course I didn't have anything to like play against him like that. The second matchup was against Frog Monarch. I 2-0'd him. I 2-0'd the Agents next, and then I got to a Madolche player, and the Madolche player beat me because I just game 2 he drew the nuts back row, the stuff that would just stop. Yeah. And then game 3 I just drew nothing. It was the only inconsistency in the deck the whole day. I was like, really? This deck has been drawing so well all day, but it happens. As for the top tables, guys, I was walking around. Top 8, I know there were definitely 2 Mermails, 2 Fire Fists. I know there was 1 Heretics. There was another Heretics that top 32'd, and it was some chick. She was really good. She actually ended up beating Paul Clark in round 4 and Yugioh in round 6 or 7, I believe. Yeah, round 6, I believe. And she was really good. The deck is really good itself, I guess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Thank you for watching.